Okay, thou shalt take it slow, Commandment 4.
Hi. So, this is my email, my phone number, and my home address. I don't smoke. I'm a Libra, 5'7", athletic build. I'm straight, and I'm currently available. I love dancing at Club Nada. Me and my girls are pretty much there every weekend. I love Beyonce, Avril, Fergie, and Kanye. How Lose Gun in 2 Days is pretty much the best movie ever. I work evenings at Bazooka Burrito. My family is going on a cruise over spring break. It's gonna be awesome. The house will be completely empty. Here's my new flipbook from this killer party last week, and he is so trashed. And there's a shot of her in there kissing some guy who is definitely not her boyfriend. And here's my latest profile pic in my new bikini. Isn't it cute? Well, this is me, TTYL.
What do you think the message of that was?
Don't give all your information away to somebody
That's
you don't
right.
know.
And we do that when
That
we
was
start.
plain dumb.
Well, but that's what we do when we're on social media. We're giving way too much information away. I had a student at Powell who gave her information away to what she thought was a 16-year-old boy, and when a 35-year-old man showed up at her house.
Why
Yeah,
would you do
you
that?
don't know who. I mean, you might know who you're talking to or think you know, but they can copy and paste somebody's picture. There's a lot of things, so you need to be real careful on social media. Be very generic. So, this commandment is take it slow and get to know. No one enters into a marriage with the goal of getting divorced, but still millions of people divorce every year. Why? Why do you think millions of people get divorced every year?
Because they don't know each other well enough.
They don't know each other well enough when they get married. I think you're right. Look at this couple here. Hi, my name is Dave. Whoa, this is moving way too fast for me. So she may be okay slowing it down. She's like, I kind of need to kind of see you and get to know you before we go too fast here. So we're going to go over 3 reasons to take it slow. You do not get to know a person in a short period of time. Look at this comic strip. And what nationality are your parents? They're poles? The North or South Pole? So, that question tells you this guy's not real bright, right?
No.
You need time to bond. Oh, there you are. I've decided to spend the evening watching the game with your dad. That'd be a big disappointment if you're thinking about going out on a date and he's going to spend the evening with your dad. So probably he's going to be a TV football person, you think?
Yeah.
And by taking it slow, you protect yourself from getting attached too quickly.
Sorry.
Now maybe this couple might be taking it a little too slow. Look, they're at the same table with computers. After all our online chats, it's great to finally meet you in person. Same here. Kind of like Caitlin and Skylar sitting next to each other last night texting each other. Okay, let's take reason number 1. You do not get to know a person in a short period of time. Have you ever met someone that you really liked when you first met them?
Yes.
Then later you discover a major character flaw and you're like, oh, maybe I don't like you as much as I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe they have warrants out for their arrest. Maybe they have a drug addiction.
Warrant. He needs a warrant.
Or they're just a pathological liar. Would it be hard to date someone who lies all the time? Yeah, it would. Learning the person's true character takes time. Most people can take it for 3 to 6 months. You can kind of deal with something for 3 to 6 months, and then things start to pop up. Consider the stock market. The safest way, if you were to talk to somebody about investing, they would tell you to go in the safer stock. It takes longer to get a return, but you're less likely to fail. If you try to get the quick returns, 90% of the time you will fail. That you have 10% chance of getting a quick return. So do you want a quick return with a 90% chance of losing that money, or you want to take some time and keep your money and gain? It's kind of like that's how it is over the relationship. Stock markets are similar to finding a lasting relationship. Most of the time you will fail if you risk it too quick. So don't risk the rest of your life on 3 to 6 months of romantic love. You have people out there like this, how to find a perfect wife fast. How to find a perfect husband fast. They're always in a rush. They want to do it in a hurry. What happens, you girls baked some desserts last night. What would happen if we had turned the temperature way up to high as it would go and we put it in?
It would burn. Yeah.
We'd have a big mess, wouldn't we? That's what happens when you try to do it quick in finding a relationship. You have a big mess. So as you are looking for this person, you need to go through the necessary stages of bonding. Taking things slow allows you the glue in your relationship to dry, one step at a time. Kind of like you said, Skylar, that attraction glue is kind of like the glitter glue. It's all shiny, but it doesn't stick for very long, does it?
No. It sticks for like a minute and then
Like
it
a
falls
minute.
off.
So you have to have something better than that to make a relationship stick. So there are 4 stages. The scouting stage. That's like the hunter going out looking for the deer. The infatuation stage. That's kind of like, oh, you really like them at first. And then the reality bites stage. And then finally, the fish or cut bait stage. So kind of like this couple here. New Crazy Glue. Finally, lipstick that sticks.
Oh no. That would not be good.
No, it would not be good, would it?
No. I hope no one invents that.
You hope no one invents that. Well, they haven't already invented Crazy Glue, and somebody might be dumb enough to put it on lipstick. Try to explain that one when you go to the ER.
I used lipstick.
Well, you can't explain it because your lips are stuck.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, in the scouting stage, you're testing the waters to see if you like that person or not. This person doesn't look like they're very sure if they like them or not. In the infatuation stage, you're madly in love with this person and absolutely blind to his or her fault. You got blinders on. You can't really see who the person truly is deep down.
Like when I put my jacket over Devlin's face.
Yes. Then you come into the reality bites stage.
Hello, woman. We can't write anything down.
Sorry. I will back it up. Y'all probably see at school where people are absolutely blinded to somebody else's faults. And everybody, all their friends around them are saying, hey, you might need to think about this. You know anybody like that? Okay. So in the reality bite stage, It's the reality that this perfect person has chinks in the armor. Likes his car more than you, maybe. And in the fish or cut bait stage, the decision to marry this person, continue to date this person, or let them go. So, look at this couple here. I hate you and want to leave you, but I'm generous, so I'm going to let you continue to support me. Under certain circumstances, of course. Look at her list. And he's, oh dear, I'm never having another British girlfriend. So maybe he's an American and their differences are just too much to overcome, you think?
Yes.
Could be. Okay. So when you're protecting yourself from getting attached too quickly, the Bible says, do not cast your pearls before swine. By taking that initial spark and running with it allows things to progress too quickly. It's a formula for short-term pleasure. You feel great that first 3 to 6 months. And then the longer you're with them, it's pain if you don't really know them and you haven't taken it slow. If you take it slow, you won't become a love junkie or marry someone you don't know. Like this guy. I don't want a girlfriend who's clingy. On the other hand, I'd like her to acknowledge that we're an item now and then. Where's his girlfriend?
Over there.
Talking to somebody else. You think maybe he didn't get to know her? He's taking things too quickly?
Yep.
Yeah. So, when you're thinking of slow motion, or taking things slow, what is slow motion or slow? What comes to mind when you're thinking of it?
Not going fast.
Not going fast. Have you ever seen those slow motion replays on TV where they put something back in slow motion? Looks almost like they're never going to get there, but they do. Okay. Well, that's kind of what it's like. You feel like you're never going to get there, but if you take it slow, it's going to be worth it in the end. You'll have good results. And that's why they put things in slow motion, to see what the results were, to make sure they have accurate results. So, there's 7 slow motion dating strategies. 1, make the 2-year commitment. 2, make your first date short and casual. And kind of like that girl that we just saw at the video, don't follow too much information up front. She practically told that boy her whole life story, and she never knew him, didn't she?
Nope.
She just was like, here you go.
Yeah, she's giving him all that stuff. Delay physical affection. Stay connected with your friends. I heard someone recently say that they had put all their friends on hold while they were dating someone for so many years, and they'd love to reconnect with their friends. This next one's going to throw you, though, for a loop. Don't pray together. We're going to talk about that. And do not mention the M word.
Oh.
Yeah, don't mention the M word. Don't say it. Don't say it. You know what these guys are?
Sloths?
Sloths. Tai Chi for beginners. And they're just on the first page. It's the title page. Can you slow it down more? It's still too fast. Okay, I'm going to go on so that y'all can get these at the tops. Number 1, make the 2-year commitment. Decide before you go out and get involved that you're going to take 2 years to get to know this person no matter what. Now that's going to be tough. You enter the stage when you believe you've found the right one. You allow it for at least 2 years before you marry. Why do you think 2 years?
Because that gives you enough time to know them well enough to actually want to stay with them.
And they're not faking it, are they? That's right. That's exactly right. 2 years of dating in a lifetime marriage is nothing compared to short dating in a relationship that ends in divorce. This will give you the confidence that you are marrying the right person. So you have the choice to make a good commitment. Commitment is either you do or you don't. There's no in between. And does anybody in here want to end a divorce?
Oh,
Every one of you in here know what it feels like to be in a divorced family. And I think there's fewer and fewer kids that are not affected by divorce these days. So we don't want to do that to our kids, do we? Okay, the second thing, have y'all got this?
No.
You're still copying. Okay. So when you make your first date short and casual, what's the benefits of that?
It makes them realize that, like, you don't always have to go all out and stuff.
You don't have to go all out, that's right. Starting off slow makes it easier to continue the process. If you go out on a date for an hour or two and you stay all night, then it makes it harder to slow that down. Of course, at your guys' age, you've got parents that help you limit this stuff.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you just give yourself a curfew. Limit the number of times you see them per week. Now, if you're at school with them, you're probably going to see them every day. But limit how many times a week you text them. Don't feel like you've got to text them every single day. Because when you do that, you look like you don't have a life. You have the unlife. None of us want to be in the unlife. This will keep you from bonding too quickly. It makes you more attractive. Then it makes you more attractive because you don't seem so needy, and you don't appear overly dependent, like you just have to have them. The other person will be able to tell that you have a life. Just like if your first date is not casual and you get too intimate too fast, you've given away a part of yourself you can't take back if you decide this is not the right person. Number 3, don't volunteer too much information up front. What'd that girl in that video do?
she gave way too much
Yeah, she was
information.
just like pouring her life story.
Yeah, well, not only that, she sent him a picture of her in a bikini. Would you want some strange guy looking at you in a bikini?
No.
No. But she was giving him it all, wasn't she?
I don't
I would wear a
them
bikini,
shorts.
period.
Same.
Too many eager daters spill their guts to potential partners on a first date. When you share too much information, you're verbally vomiting on that person. Pretty good visual there, isn't it? Often using the line of, I'm sick and tired of playing games. I just want someone who's, and that line's used, way overused. There's a time to open up and be vulnerable, but not too soon. Have some self-respect and dignity. And I want to say, I have heard recently several young ladies and young men who are sharing way too much. They're taking pictures of themselves undressed, nude pictures, and they're sending it. And here's the thing. When you send a picture, no matter what kind of picture it is, when you send a picture
It's out there.
in a text, on social media, you can't get it back. And whoever you send to can share it, can post it. So you need to really be careful. I would advise you to never take nude pictures of yourself, because that's one of the most intimate and personal things you can do. And to send that out and share it, just not advisable. Does she look like he's verbally vomiting on her?
Yeah.
What do you think she's thinking now?
Shut up.
Shut up.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's probably what she's thinking.
She's giving him the Colby look.
She is giving him the cold look.
I would have done ate all those cookies though.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, number 4. Delay physical affection. Holding hands, hugging, and kissing should be symbols of a secure relationship, not of I'm getting to know you. Let me ask you this. If you think about it, that you might be hugging, kissing somebody's future husband or somebody's future wife, and they're hugging and kissing somebody's future wife or somebody's future husband. That's kind of gross, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't know that you're going to marry this person. You're just getting to know them. So why would you give them those pieces of you while you're getting to know them? The art of taking it slow means you're committed to getting to know a person gradually and growing into a mature friendship. Friendship first. When you get physical, it raises the stakes and makes things more difficult. So don't put yourself, women especially need to stand firm and not cave into man's advances. And if you think that if you don't have sex, he'll leave, then fine, let him leave. Because if that's how he feels about it, then he doesn't really care about you anyway.
Why is she sitting like that in a skirt?
We'll ask her later. We'll call her and ask her later.
Thank you. It bothers me.
She may have shorts on underneath.
Okay,
Will that
that'd
make you
be
feel
I
better?
doubt that, but
Yeah.
You feel better now?
Maybe it's a
Skort.
It's just,
Yeah.
It's a skort.
okay. It's better. At least she has her legs crossed.
Are you writing? I'm fixing to go on.
Huh?
And that last line, there's a lot of girls that feel like if they don't have sex, he'll leave. Well, if he does, he's
I
not.
know one of those people.
You know some girls like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if that's how he puts it, then say there's the door.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it hit you as you leave.
Amen.
And there's a second part to this one, okay? Ultimately, men are looking for a car. C, men are looking for a challenge. When you allow physical contact too soon, you are no longer in the hunt. That means they've got you. You're not in the hunt. A, men are looking for someone to whom they are attracted. Attraction has more to do with your personality and character than how you look. Or, men are looking for a woman that they can respect. When you give in, you immediately lose their respect. We crave those things we cannot attain. We disrespect those things we cannot escape. So in this one, it's like maybe she gave in too soon. And
He's like,
Get away.
he can't escape her. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like your parents saying you can't have something that makes you want it more, doesn't it?
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's kind of, it's the same philosophy when you're dating. If you're waiting on something, it makes you want it more. So that's why it's really important to delay that physical affection. Does that make sense? Okay, number 5. Stay connected with friends. Don't ditch friends the moment you feel you've met someone special. This will keep you from getting sucked into the dating speed zone. You may need them in their feedback. You will need them if and or when you get dumped. The best way to keep your friends is to not give them away. And a true friend is going to be honest with you. And they're not going to throw you under the bus.
I'm honest. Sometimes people say I'm a little too honest.
I can't imagine where you get that. Have you ever seen somebody who, when they start dating, they don't no longer have friends? Yeah. And then when they get dumped, then they come crying back?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why if you take it slow and you're still maintaining your friendship relationship, that's really good. Your friends won't feel like you're just a fair weather friend or actually a sad Sally friend.
I don't like sad Sally friends.
No. Okay, this one, next one's probably going to be a little confusion. Do not pray together. Which just sounds kind of odd, doesn't it? It sounds good, but it can be used as a form of manipulation. Because when you pray with someone, you're encouraging a bond that can be more intense than even physical. Often, couples pray together too early and decide because they prayed together that this is one. They end up having physical contact and all they have accomplished is spiritualization of the hormones. There will be plenty of time later to pray together. Don't mess it up before your relationship has had a chance. Can you see where it could be? You know, we talked about that in one of the other sessions where they'll say, oh, God told me you're the one. Well, if you pray together, you might be opening that up. You need to really hold off on that. Because with that, you're also sharing some very intimate and personal parts of yourself. Does that make sense?
Or you hear those couples say, once you pray together while you're dating, it makes you stronger.
Yeah, they say that. They've been watching too much Hallmark Channel. You watch Hallmark?
Sometimes.
Just count how many times they say follow your heart. And we've already learned that your heart's deceitful. Evil will deceive you like what it did to Eve. Mm-hmm. Told her that snake was telling the truth. Right. And then number 7. Don't mention the M word. If you want emotional chaos, drop the M word early in the relationship. Guys, if you mention it, you have about 1 month to buy the ring. Ladies, if you mention it, you have about a week before he backs up and needs space. If you mention the M word, it changes the entire relationship. It puts undue pressure on both parties. So wait, don't talk about it until the timing is right. Sometimes I should really keep my mouth shut.
What is it?
The M word? We can't say it. Marriage.
Oh.
And I think there's kids in high school already talking about the M word. I said that eye roll. Yes, they are, aren't they?
Yep.
You just want to thump 'em, huh?
How?
They're sophomores.
Yeah, they talk about. They think they can make that decision now. It's way too soon.
They made the decision in freshman year.
Yes.
What's the
and
microphone for?
It's recording. All right, so
Oh, so it's
Di-
that's hooked up
Jody.
to that.
consequences of breaking this commandment. You damage friendship you'll need if you put your friends on hold. You risk marrying someone who at some point will be a stranger to you. Can you imagine waking up one day and realizing, hey, I didn't really know this person? You could push away someone by appearing desperate or smothering them. You could be deceived by someone with impure motives. Do you think this couple here has broken the commandments?
Yes.
They
They're
look-
sitting on 2 different cushions of that couch.
They are. They are. And they are not even looking at each other, are they?
Yep.
There's like a dividing line between them, isn't it?
And like in the car, if you're mad at someone, you sit closer to the door.
You're right. So they're both sitting closer to the edges of the seats. Also, a lot of these commandments about sharing too much too soon can also doubly have meaning for friendships, because you need to make sure you trust a friend and you really get to know that friend before you share too much information. Because friends can turn out to not be real friends. And nothing hurts worse than thinking someone's your friend only to find out that they've been talking about you behind your back or selling your information down the road, so to speak.
Freshman year, my friend asked me to go to a church. There at that church is when I really realized what it meant to like walk with the Lord, have a relationship with the Lord. Then sophomore year, I met a guy, and I met him through the church, and so, of course I was like, we're gonna be pure, like we're gonna pursue the Lord, like this is gonna be great. It moved really fast. After 2 months, we exchanged like, I love you, and we struggled with sexual impurity, and I would be like, well, I'm gonna end up marrying this guy anyways, like, I know I'm not supposed to do this outside of marriage, but I love him, he loves me, and the Lord will forgive me, like, it's alright. I knew it was wrong, like, I knew deep down, like, the Lord did give me conviction, I just chose to ignore it. My relationship with him pretty much controlled everything about me. It controlled my mood, it controlled how I felt. If we were doing great, then it made me happy in that moment, it made me, like, feel good, I was in a good mood. But if we weren't doing good, which is most of the time, I was in an awful mood. I was rude to my family, I was rude to my friends. My relationship with him, since I put every amount of effort into that, into the relationship, into getting him to try to want me as much as I wanted him, I would try to do certain things or like certain things that I would think that he likes and that he would find attractive. I would dress a certain way, I would like art or like, different stuff like that he liked, that I knew he liked or thought was interesting. I definitely changed and did a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have. I was still trying to pursue the Lord, but I couldn't really do that and pursue my boyfriend at the same time. My heart was still just completely in him, and we were still struggling with sexual impurity, and then it was just a tough season and just really draining, having to constantly pursue someone and put your whole heart into that person. When we broke up, I wasn't I was sad, but the Lord really showed me how much freedom there was in just, instead of putting your whole heart and like every effort and like every thought into some boy, into the Lord, and just really realizing how much more satisfying and just fulfilling that is.
You think she broke the commandments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did. And she ended up thinking she was going to marry him, and it didn't happen. So she gave a piece of herself back away that she couldn't get back. And that's tough. Okay, so what are the benefits of keeping this commandment? You'll avoid jumping into a marriage with someone you don't really know. You'll avoid being manipulated and controlled emotionally, physically, and spiritually. You'll avoid the heartache of emotionally or physically bonding with someone too early and scattering yourself. You'll experience more enjoyment in seeing a relationship develop gradually rather than pushing through it. Thoughts on this commandment? Anybody see the benefits of it? You do? What about you, Kayla? See it? Skylar? Makes sense to you, Allison? And we get that it's tough. We get that. But if you could maintain this, it'll make things so much better. Y'all want to know what the topic for next time is?
Yeah.
The topic for next time is thou shalt set clear boundaries. All right, good job, ladies and gentlemen.